Okay, so the last time I posted an update video or breakdown of like my Steam library with updates was like back in February, where I last picked up this Assassin's Creed Director's Cut. I just wanted to make a quick update since it's like 9 months, 10 months later, well, like 8, 9 months later now. And like on May 11th, I scooped up Crisis Warhead and Crisis Wars there. I am doing Steam Family Share, so I don't actually own this copy of Proteus. This is not mine. Um, so, I mean, it says it right there, from your Steam Family library, so it's not my game. Um, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, I own the Steam version here, but I also own the Xbox ecosystem version across Xbox app and Xbox console. This game has cross-play with Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, but for like intents and purposes, I have no reason to play the Steam version here specifically, unless I want to play with like modded characters. I would just play it on my Xbox app on PC or my Xbox console if I wanted to play this, like just vanilla. I already own Arcana Hearts 3 Love Max 6 Stars Extended. But I decided, since I own a physical copy of this game on PS3, for the base version here, Love Max, Arcana Heart 3 Love Max, I wanted to get the Steam copy because it's like, I don't play on PlayStation and Nintendo no more, and I have no reason to touch their consoles anymore really like that. And if I can just not have to play this game at all on the PS3 and just do it on here on PC through Steam, that's just how that's gonna be. Lo and behold, if this somehow finds its way to Xbox, I'll be fuming and raging, of course, because I'll be sitting there wanting a refund so I can then move over to get an Xbox ecosystem version of this game. That would like infuriate me, because like I'm so tired of these games finally making their way over to Xbox and the Xbox ecosystem way later, whether it's ports or like what have you, either like remasters or like delayed like releases because of Sony money hatting. But like um, right now I don't want to think about like how irritated I would be wanting a refund because there'd be like an Xbox app version of this game or something. And just like this, I have on the PS3. I actually have both X-Blaze Code Embryo and X-Blaze Lost Memories on the PS3. But for X-Blaze Lost Memories, I only have it digital. I do have a physical copy of X-Blaze Code Embryo for the PS3, just like this Arcana Heart 3 Love Max. Physical copies for those on the PS3. But, of course, I really want to trim down the number of games that I specifically need to pull open the PS3 and play on for, shrink that list of, like, games on PS3 that I have to play on that console. Not only to extend the lifespan of my PS3, but then just so I don't have to really use it as much because it's a PlayStation, and that's just how that goes. Same here with like this Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I actually had this game on PS3, I think, digital if I'm not mistaken. And I just like I kind of just don't want this to be stuck on PS3 no more, and currently this is not available on the Xbox, not even as like a backwards compatible title for the 360. And it's a little sad how like all that's going, but it's also a Persona game and it's another Atlus title. And I'm like, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. So I did, August 17th there, August 17th, and then June 20th, June 8th, but that's not mine. And then I picked up this Hitman Codename 47. I think it was like $1 or something, and it's like an old school Hitman game. So yeah, August 17th. I did buy Black Myth Wukong. I around like, I actually like waited like, what was it, like a week after, 9 days after the game came out, and I bought it. But I did buy it full price, $70 I think it was for like the deluxe edition, or was it $60? I don't remember. Um, but yeah, it's Black Myth Wukong, full game there and everything. Actually, I'm amazed at the demo or benchmark, like Black Myth Wukong benchmarking here. Yeah, and then September 26th, Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. I forgot how much this was, but I was like, oh, it's a Ninja Gaiden game, I guess. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll scoop it. September 26th, I got this Punchline. I forgot how much it was, like maybe $2 or something. I don't know, like $1. Like all these Galgun games were like $1 or $1.50. Also September 26th for those. I got Galgun Pixies, Galgun Double Piece, Galgun 2. And then this is made by the same people who did the Galgun games, which is I think what was it, like Mages or something? No, P-Cube, P-Cube. P-Cube made these games. These games were notorious for their $100 DLCs to look at like virtual pepperonis, for like $100. But apparently PlayStation, for some reason, did allow these games like back in the day on their ecosystem with like the PlayStation Vita, and I think like earlier in the PS4 generation. But nowadays, Sony and PlayStation would never allow this on there. And Microsoft literally denied these games going to Xbox, which is so bad. Like, because they said it was too inappropriate, for Xbox user base, which is like the dumbest thing ever. I mean, had these gone to Xbox, I would have never even bought these on Steam. Microsoft effed up with that one. I would have loved to buy Galgun and all the games from that series on Xbox, even along with its, let's say, it's a very $100 DLC content there as well too. But yeah, sad days. This never made it to Xbox. This is basically stuck on PlayStation. I think there might be Switch ports for this or something. Again, if it's PlayStation and Nintendo, I'm not buying these games on like those consoles. I don't buy games on those consoles and platforms no more. I don't support PlayStation and Nintendo anymore. So like Catherine Classic. I did buy this on Steam because it was $5. It's another Atlas game. And also, I think compared to the backwards compatible Xbox 360 version, this one, I believe, actually has some extra content and features that wasn't on the back compat 360 version of the game. And also, this isn't Catherine full body, but I do eventually expect Catherine full body to maybe make its way over to Steam and Xbox with like, I don't know, like a Game Pass drop in the future with more Atlas ports to Xbox. Because full body is still stuck on Switch and PlayStation. And I wanted to get Catherine full body years ago on the Vita, but it was only localized in Japan for the Vita, and that really pissed me off. And like, I told myself, yeah, no, I'm never buying this on PS4 because like, how dare you disrespect me, the Vita owner, who wants the game on the Vita, but doesn't like localize an English version on the Vita. Like, yeah, okay, so like I guess you just aren't getting a sale for the game for full Catherine full body. So that just happened, But if they port Catherine full body to Xbox, I am gonna buy it there so I can get it on the Xbox app and on PC and of course the Xbox console. But yeah, September 26th for that, as well for this Ridge Racer Unbound game. I think this one was like $1.50 or $2.50 or something. I don't know. It was like dirt cheap. Got this on September 26th. Then as well on September 26th here, Earth Defense Force 4.1 Wing Diver the Shooter. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same as Earth Defense Force 2025, like on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, I think. If I'm not mistaken, this is the exact same game, just under a different name, I believe. Because I think Earth Defense Force 4.2 is like, I don't know, like Earth Defense Force like 5 or Earth Defense Force 4 or something. Like the actual 4, I don't remember. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, all these games that are here and the like, you know. I'm not gonna go through each and every single one. Also, I got both of these on the Xbox app now, so these are just here for cosmetics purposes. And no intentions to actually play these on Steam whatsoever at all. But you can definitely bet that, like, I'm fuming because I didn't get, you know, a special exemptive, like, refund on Trials of Mana for, like, Steam, because there's an Xbox version out in the wild now. You know, I wish Steam was like not a bunch of scumbags who refuse to make special exceptions. They're like, oh, well, you don't want our version no more because you got the version you like. Oh man, you're all right. I guess here's your money. But Steam are like a bunch of pieces of crap, you know. Um, Same with these Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters on Steam, like an absolute abominations that I own these on here, and I couldn't get a refund for those as well with a special exemption. It's like, oh man, well, you bought it on Steam out of like impulse because you wanted them, but you couldn't get them where you wanted them, so you bought them on our platform just to hold you over, because you never know if they'll ever come to Xbox. But then they finally did come to the Xbox ecosystem, and now you have them on the Xbox, and now you want a refund, but we're going to tell you to screw off. It's like, you know. So yeah, that's Valve for you. Yeah, thanks for like giving us the money. Like we're like, we understand that, you know, you got the games now on your preferred platform that's not ours, and you hate our service because we're shit and we have like a terrible service here on Steam. So piss poor that like Gabe Newell is a literal hypocrite, talking about piracy is a result of a poor service, and yet you see on Steam games incorporating Denuvo DRM, which makes people go to piracy because they would rather pirate and crack the games on Steam than rather buy them with Denuvo. So in other words, Gabe Newell himself is providing a poor service because he's allowing Denuvo to like clutch onto Steam games, which is making Steam users go and pirate games to not have Denuvo. So Gabe Newell, complete fucking prick, hypocrite, scumbag. Ignore any game that has this Xbox little badge. These are UWP imports from my Xbox app that I've set up and created like stuff for, like thumbnail, little cover art here and like whatnot. I made all these and imported them. It's not all my UWP games because you can only import what you have installed on your PC, so I have to go back and uninstall and reinstall stuff, but I'll get to that eventually and stuff. Same with like these games for Windows and games for Windows Live things. Like if you see these, it's the same deal. UWP and games for Windows Live, like contents there, all imported into Steam as non-Steam games. That way, if I boot these versions up and play them on Steam, and my friends see me playing this, but they want to click on my profile and they see that it's not a Steam game, they'll be sitting there frothing and raging. How dare you not buy it on Steam? Because I'm a classy person, and I'm not like a cock who would accept just being given inferior Steam copies of games. But right now, I'm putting up with having to build a Steam library because the other option is I buy a bunch of these third-party games that are not available on Xbox but on like PlayStation and Nintendo, and yeah, I don't support those companies, so yeah, that's just simply not happening. I don't put money in Sony or Nintendo's hands because I hate those corporations because they hate me too, so good. Treat them the way they treat me. They treat their customers like shit, so I treat them like shit by not putting a cent in their pocket. Which means then I gotta put those cents into Steam's pocket. And I hate Steam too, because Steam also hates me too. Yeah, but I really have to have these games. But they're not on my preferred platform. It's unfortunate. I have to put up with Steam. And unfortunately, a lot of these I'm gonna have to rebuy on Xbox. If like Square going multi-platform means Bravely Default 2 will be going to Xbox soon, you know. It's deeply unfortunate, you know, even this Secret of Mana 3D remake will be eventually making its way to Xbox, and I'll have to rebuy it again because Not a single refund in sight. Especially just like FF14 Online. That was like 20 bucks. But this was gifted to me by a friend. But like, you know, I do not want this on Steam like at all. But I'm not going to disrespect my friend's gift like that. You know, I mean, he could, like, I guess, just got me something else or whatever, but I'm not going to make too big of a complaint there. I mean, it's FF14, I guess, like, you know, and at the time, it wasn't on Xbox, so, you know, I mean, it's like, well, I'll gift it to you on Steam, you know. You don't have it on your preferred platform, but here you go. Here's the version that is currently available. But yeah, this is like my current Steam library of everything that I've got. Um, I'm not gonna hover over everything and then have everything read out. It's just a situation where you just have to figure out what they are by the cover art there, you know, box art, cover art, whatever you want to call it. Um, Let me see, what is it called? Custom, well, I guess the custom art, but for custom stuff, I don't know what you would call this, like, or I guess it default art. You know what I would like to see come to Xbox ecosystem would be this Final Fantasy 3 3D remake and this Final Fantasy 4 3D remake and this Final Fantasy 4 the After Years 3D. Um, like these would be real. I don't know if this is a remake. I think this version came out first, before the 2D version on PSP, if I'm not mistaken. This was on the Wii, and then the PSP like 2D demake came out as like a PSP version. But like if these three all came to Xbox, I would definitely buy them again. I'd also definitely fume over having to buy these again because I would want refunds for these versions. I would be fuming for sure, yeah, but oh well, I guess I just have to learn to accept building a Mana game series collection on Steam and a Final Fantasy collection on Steam. That's just how that goes. Unfortunate, but I guess that's the way that cookie crumbles.